Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. I just want to remind you one more thing. Of course, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another great video of the Hockey Nation Live Show with your hockey coach guru, Coach Frenchie, directly from the Minnesota Wild locker room. Today, we talk about one players per team. They should or they could have a bounce back for the upcoming season in NHL season 2021 and 2022. So don't go nowhere. Here we go. Like I mentioned earlier, today we talk about one player per team for maybe they should bounce back for their upcoming season. But before we start, we invite you, don't forget please to subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show on the YouTube channel and Facebook page. And finally, if you like this video, please, we will appreciate if you can click on the likes and leave your comments. Tell me about my selection of the player one per team. So for this video, guys, I'm going to be behind the graphic. So let's dive in about one player to bounce back for the upcoming season. For the Vegas Golden Knights, guys, I go with the new players. He just signed or he got traded from the Ottawa to the Vegas during the summer. DADONOV last season, 55 game at 13 goals, only 7 assists for 20 points. After 2 great years with the Florida Panthers, signed as a UFA with Ottawa, I was expect more from him. Can he be bounce back for the upcoming season? He have the right team to have that opportunity to score at least 20 goals for the upcoming season. For the Seattle Kraken, guys, of course, this is a new team. This is the team is going to start in NHL for first year. I select DUNN. They got from the St. Louis Blues during the expansion draft. He played last season 43 games, 6 goals, 14 assists, 20 points. Here, what I might point about him is I believe he's going to have a better opportunity with the Kraken. He's going to be really a top 4 over there for them. So I think he have a more chance to have more points for upcoming season. Listen, the ANAHEIM Ducks, I could select maybe 2-3 different players. I went with the veterans, SILVERBERG, for this team because in 47 games, guys, he have only 16 points. He proved it in NHL for the last couple of years. He's a better player. He's a player can have at least 40 to 50 points during the year. So it'll be interesting what SILVERBERG is going to do with the ANAHEIM Ducks for the upcoming season. The Edmonton Oilers. I really believe YAMAMOTO is the one have a struggle the last season with the Oilers. 52 game, only 21 points, and only 8 goals. Listen, you have almost 1 point per game last season, so the year prior. So I expect YAMAMOTO to come back. I expect he should, and he must to be a top 6 for the Oilers for the upcoming season if you want to have a better result. For the Vancouver Canucks, honestly, I want to go with Larsson, OEL. I really believe he's a better player at what he showed for the last couple of years. Only 24 points. He's a defenseman. He can get 60 points easy if he play at his full potential. So 46 game, 24 points. This is not good for him. And also only 3 goals. He need to step up more. For the Calgary Flame, guys, Monahan, I know he got hurt for the last 2 years. He have a hip problem. But again, it's not make an excuse for him to get only 28 points in 50 games. He proved it before. He can have almost like a minimum, almost 1 point per game. He is a center. He can get at least 50, 60 points. So we expect him to come back and have a better year. For the San Jose Sharks, listen, the defenseman KARLSSON is just a disappointment year after year for the last couple of years. He does not prove he deserves to get $11 million per year. is really frustrated to watching him. Only 22 points, guys, 52 games. He have 8 goals, but still, he's a machine of points. His talent as an offensive side is just amazing, but he needs to prove it for the upcoming season. Now, ARDVISSON, guys, for the Los Angeles King. For me, ARDVISSON, 25 points, it's not good enough. He struggled with the Nashville Predator last year. I know the last couple of years got injuries, everything like that, but still, he needs to prove to the Kings the reason they trade for him. So it'll be interesting to see ARDVISSON for the upcoming season. For the Winnipeg Jet, P.L. Dubois, another player who got traded at the beginning of the year last season, never find his groove with the Winnipeg Jet, only 20 points and 41 games last season. Expectations are high for him, but again, he can prove it. The reason they trade Patrick LAINE against him, I think Dubois, he should get at least 60 points for the upcoming season. We'll see if he can make it. For the Minnesota Wild, I go with, it was very hard over there, to be honest with you. BJUGSTAD have only 17 points and 44 games. Is the players never find really his groove again, or find the way he was playing with the Florida Panthers after he got traded to the Pittsburgh. Never get that kind of player he's supposed to be, and then he went to Minnesota, and again, same situation, only 17 points. He needs to helping Minnesota to get better and by his full potential to reach at least 40 to 50 points per season. For the Chicago Blackhawks, guys, I think STROME, he's better at what he showed last season, 17 points in 40 games, only 9 goals. This is another potential great top 6 player at any team. STROME have a lot of potential, skill, and talent. He's a guy can at least to get 40 to 50 points for per season. Now, the Colorado Avalanche, guys, they don't have a really players where they have to bounce back. Only effect, Erik Johnson, he got hurt, did not play a lot of games last season. Can he show that really this season, the really Erik who he is? We'll see. Only play 4 games last season, only 1 point. At $6 million per year, that's a lot of money. But he can be the top 4D for them. The Nashville Predator, it's for $8 million, guys. This is not good enough in my book. 13 points only for Duchene, 6 goals. Look, Matt struggled a lot for the last couple of years. I know he reached almost 1 point at some point, but look, 13 points with Nashville at $8 million, it's not right. So Duchene had to step up for this season, helping Nashville to make the playoff. This is a little bit hard, to be honest with you. I think I'm hard on Jimmy Benn. 35 points, it's not bad in 52 games. I understand, guys. But he's a type of players he can do 1 point per game. But he did not show up for the last couple years. That kind of player we knew about him prior to that. So we need Ben to step up for the upcoming season. The captain have to show for the Dallas Star the reason they pay him over $9 million. So we'll see what's happening. Arizona Coyotes, guys, honestly, not many players. I went with Fisher. He did not do well for the last 2 years. He proved prior to that he can be a 40-point, almost a 20 goal per year. But right now, the last 2 years, Fisher struggled, and he need to bounce back for the Arizona. He's still young, to be honest with you. Oh, the St. Louis Blues, 24 point and 34 game coach. Come on. Why? That's pretty good. It's almost 60 points, yes. But I want you to focus on the goal. Only 7 goals and 34 game. That's not good enough for Tarasenko. Tarasenko is a machine. He's a sniper. He can score goal at least 40 per season. So for me, at 34 game, he should get about 12 or 14 goals. He did not reach that level. And the last 2 years, he struggled with the shoulder injuries. Can Tarasenko come back as a bounce back? And also, can Tarasenko finish the year with the St. Louis Blues? That will be interesting to see this. Now, for the Carolina Hurricanes, I went with DEANGELO because we know the drama he created last year with the Rangers. He's the type that defenseman can get 50 points and only 1.6 game. You want to be sure he come back not only on ice but on off ice with a great behavior, a great mindset, and his play. So he's a 3 area he need to bounce back to have a better year with the Carolina Hurricanes. For the Columbus Blue Jackets, guys, honestly, we have to go with this player, Patrick LAINE. I'm a little bit quicker right now, but listen, 10 goals only in 45 games. That's not good enough. LAINE remind me a little bit what TARASENKO we just talked earlier. At 45 games, he should get almost like 18 goals. Is a machine, a scorer. He can score 40, 50 goals per year. He proved it. He did it. It's time for him to step up this year for the Columbus Blue Jackets. I expect him to do it. Now, the New Jersey Devils, I went with the captain, HIRSHIER. Never find a way. Hey, coach, 11.21 game is not bad. Yes, but he's a guy right now have to go for 60 points. You have to be sure he's healthy. He's a first overall pick. We expect more from him and on the level of the point, on the productivity. So HIRSHIER have to come back what he was, exactly what he did at first year. After that, he struggled. So it's interesting. OMG, Carter Hart, I apologize, but we was expect a lot from him this last season. Did not reach that level. One of the worst goaltender, to be honest with you. One of the history of NHL at .877. He won the worst. 3.67 is not Carter Hart and 27 game only. He has to come back if the Flyers need to make the playoff. And that's the only reason. Carter Hart can become a great goaltender in NHL. Well, interesting to see if he can do it. Now, the Washington Capitals guy, hey, you tough again, 29.41 game. That's pretty much great. But my point to you guys, I apologize, this is quick. It's KUZNETSOV is a problem on the create drama in off-ice behavior. That's what I want him to come back, bounce back, have a great year with a great mindset and no drama around him and around the team. We have a chance he can make 70 points and 80 points with that team. For the New York Islanders, honestly, I want to go with Enderly, not to bounce back, but to bounce back because he have an injury. And he proved it in the past. He's the captain of the team, can carry on that team on his shoulder. Great big forward, make a lot of space for his teammate Barzal. So it'll be interesting what Enderly is going to do for the upcoming season. Like I said, they don't have a lot of players I could mention there. So because I went with Enderly because of his injury. For the New York Rangers, listen, I went with him because same situation like Nico HIRSHIER. First overall pick, you have no reason this kid cannot make 30 points last season. And he finished strong, but not good enough to say this is a good year. So we expect LAFRENIERE to have he cannot play only with 40 points. If the kid can get 50 points next season, that would be good if he can get 60 points. But he have all the skill and the talent, guys, to get that kind of productivity. And also, he's a first overall pick. So that's something he need to step up. For the Pittsburgh Penguins, guys, I went with John Marino. After a great year in 1920, he did not show up that kind of potential he has inside of him. Only 13 points and 52 games and only three goals. He's an offensive player, defense, and I think he should get more points for the upcoming season for sure. He should also be the top best 3 defensemen of Pittsburgh. He did not show up this last season. For the Toronto Maple Leafs, guys, I could go with fun players. I want to see with ex-overall first, not overall, but a first-round pick, KASE. He got traded to Boston, never reached that full potential of what he is, and now he have a second chance. Kenny does this with the Toronto Maple Leafs. We know he got hurt. We know he have some injuries the last 2 seasons. But again, he has the potential, guys, with the Toronto to be a great hockey player with a lot of points. Disappointment after disappointment for Jake DeBrusk. The fans of Boston, the staff, the coaches, the management expect more for DeBrusk with only 5 goals in 41 games. He proved it before. He scored 20 goals during the year, so he potentially have a chance to be more productive for the Boston Bruins, at least at 15, 20 goals minimum with them. We know he's on a trade bait. Can he finish this year with the Boston Bruins? Would be really interesting. Now, the Ottawa Senator guy, I wanted a goaltender, Matt Murray, after he signed a 4-year contract at $6 million, you give them only those kind of stats. It's not good enough. We know Ottawa is not great yet. They have a young team, but again, at 3.38, 0.893 guys at $6 million, that's not right. That's not good. Matt Murray needs to step up the way he played before with the Pittsburgh Penguins, the way he won the Stanley Cup as a goaltender. So it will be interesting. Listen, this one, Tampa Bay, guys, I look around, you have nobody to get to come bounce back. I put Pat Maroon there, but I think for me, it's only about his goal. I think he play 80 games. Is a guy can score at least 8, 10 goals per year. Can he reach this? I'm not sure, but honestly, that team right now, we have not many players. They have to come to bounce back. So I put just Maroon there, to be honest with you. When this kid guy, it's not about the bounce back. The only way I mention his name is because bounce back after a big injury he got. He played only 9 games last season. 7 points, that's great. 5 goals is great. But it's just to bounce back after an injury. That's the reason I put Pedrozy over there. I expect him to reach that kind of level of hockey he was before his injury. Now, the Montreal Canadiens, guys, I can go with Drouin at some point with only 2 goals and 43 games. But I went with a young gun, Kotkaniemi. Why? Because he have now a possibility, a chance to become a second center for the team after Dano left. He have only 5 goals in 56 games. That's not good enough for a 3rd overall pick and what Kotkaniemi can do. We know he's young. We know he have to learn. But he have a full potential. Can he bounce back with a season of 15 goals, a season of 50 points? That's what I'm looking for Kotkaniemi with the Montreal Canadiens. Would be interesting to see if he can do this. For the Florida Panthers guy, is only the goaltender. After signing a contract with the Panthers 2 years ago at $10 million per year, 8 years, he need to get better. Those stats are not great. It's not represent the $10 million. At $10 million, it should be about 2.50 and a 0.91 minimum and 9.915, to be honest with you, at $10 million. Ken Purposely can step up this year. Will be interesting. We know we have a backup, great goaltender, Spencer Knight, for the upcoming season. Finally, for the Buffalo Sabres, guys, Dallin, he showed at the beginning of his career with the Buffalo Sabres the talent he has. He had the potential to become a winner of the Norris Trophy as a defenseman. He struggled last season. The team struggled. He's not surround himself with a great team, honestly, with a great management, a lot of chance year after year. But hopefully Dallin can bounce back for the upcoming season. So, guys, this concludes another great video of the Hockey Nation Live Show with Coach Frenchie. Please leave your comments about this video. Click on the likes you enjoy it. And finally, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show. But before we leave, we want to remind you one more thing. Of course, you have greatness inside of you. This is your hockey coach, Coach Frenchie, directly from the Minnesota Wild locker room. Have an amazing, great, blessing day. Everybody, I look forward to see you for the next video of the Hockey Nation Live Show. Bonne journée, mes amis. On se revoit un peu plus tard pour une autre vidéo de l'entraîneur Coach Frenchie.